Normally I'm all down for funny intros and dramatic building, but there's nothing dramatic really about this, other than the fact that I might lose my job. We're currently just outside the Champions League places, but if we beat Benfica today, we will secure Champions League football, and I would say that that is a pretty successful season. It's always good when it hinges on one game. My record against Benfica is terrible as well. I'm really nervous. That's right, viewers, there's nothing like away day blues. Literally, since the last time we played where we went out 5-3 to Lazio in a very dramatic Europa League quarter-final, we won the majority of our games, 3 out of 5, but drew with Belenenses sad, that's how I felt afterwards, and then lost away to Nacional de Madeira. In the meantime, we beat Porto 5-1, so consistent as ever. And that has left us 4th in the table, below Braga on the fact that we have not got a good record against them. I lost and drew with them during the season, so there's no way me overhauling Braga if they match our result. However, Benfica are only 1 point ahead. So, if we do beat Benfica today, we will guarantee Champions League football, and that would be a step in the right direction, mainly from a financial point of view, more than anything else. There's not much more to say other than we have to get stuck into it. Porto won the league. We all knew that was going to happen. Now, though, is about this game and potentially the Braga game as they play Nacional de Madeira, the team that did beat us in the last game out. Hopefully, though, we'll just get through it. Just a win of any variety, a win will do. In all fairness, to shed some light on what did happen in that last game, it is worth noting that we didn't have Pellegrini, we didn't have Coates, and we didn't have Pedro Porro, mainly because they had all been suspended. So really, we were a little bit under strength, and we are going to be today as Sporar is injured, and he will not obviously feature again this season. 39 goals he's got this year. It all falls now on the shoulders of Joshua Zirkzee, who's not been in particularly good form, so I'm feeling not very confident. Nuno Mendes is also suspended, so he won't be playing today, which means that we've got a sort of semi-makeshift back four. I say that, it's only the left back, that's the change. Maximiano's in goal, Antunes is in at left back, Garcia, Coates and Porro make up the back four. Then you've got Polina, Mario and Goncalves because Alex is injured as well, just to add to the woes. Pedro Nuno has taken up his place on the left-hand side for the time being, while Nuno Santos returns out on the right, and he's been in much better form recently. It took him a little while to get going, but he's been a lot more like it in recent games. And then, of course, Joshua Zirkzee will be leading the line. This is going to be a massive game. If it wasn't at home, I'd be pretty much resigned to the fact that we weren't going to do anything. But because it's at home, I do feel like we have a chance here to really lay down a statement, and more importantly, just to get ourselves into the best thing about it is if that we win this, Benfica then, depending on what happens to Braga, may not make Champions League football, and that might cause some of their players to leave. That is the way that I'm seeing it. This is basically a chance of really, really dealing a big blow to one of our main Portuguese rivals in the context of the save, not just the season. So off we go, final day of the season, and what's been a pretty... If we win this game and we qualify for Champions League football, I'll say it's been a pretty successful season. We did quite well in the Europa League. We've won a League Cup, and we have achieved Champions League football, which at the start of the season was the aim. So I can't really be too angry if that's the case. But at the moment, we're not playing particularly well here as they hit a ball over the top, and that's a good save by Maximiano. Right now, we've actually got the ball. He throws it out to Mario into Goncalves. This is a good run. Oh, I thought he was going to thread it in there, and he hasn't. We've given the ball away. Weigl to Gabriel. I can sense a long ball over the top here, can't you? I mean, the way they're shifting it here. Volchai into Garcia. Well played by him. Coates. Don't give... I mean, thank God for Maximiano. But in the big games, Coates is an absolute nightmare. He may have to go. He's the one player I've got that's actually worth quite a lot of value, as well as Nuno Santos. But he's the one player of value that I wouldn't mind letting go, I think is the way that I would put it. I don't mind letting him go. Santos on the ball, whips it in. Coates tees it in, and it has gone in from Pedro Goncalves just as I was knocking Coates. He sets up what could be a really crucial goal as Pedro Goncalves, who's not been the best this season to be fair, but that has made me feel a lot better. I mean, that's an absolute mess. Zirkzee and Goncalves all just piling their way in there. And we've managed to secure a goal. We're 1-0 up. This is good. It's taken us up to second, which I would say is definitely a good thing. Because remember, at the start of the season, I said, if I can sandwich in between, or nestle in between Benfica and Porto, I'd be very happy. And at the moment, that looks like that might be what's on the cards. Nuno Santos drives towards the box, plays it back to Gonçalves, who's having a very good game at the moment. Tees it back post, that's a foul on Pedro Nuno. Is it going to be Xerxes? He missed a crucial penalty in the game against Belenenses, sad, and it made me sad that he missed it. Who's taking it? Is it him? No, it's Antunes. And Antunes scores. We're 2-0 up against Benfica. Come on! Lovely finish by Antunes into that bottom right-hand corner of the goalkeeper's net. From our view, it's bottom left. For him, bottom right. Mario on the ball, moving forward here, finds Nuno Santos. Santos back to Gonçalves. Good ball over the top to Joshua Xerxes. It's a decent save by the goalkeeper, to be fair, but we have played brilliantly so far in this game. We've been all over them. That could be another pen there. Porro! It is. It's 3-0. Brilliant, brilliant goal. We're absolutely battering them here. We beat Porto 5-1, and now we're taking Benfica to the absolute cleaners. Everything good's going through Gonçalves at the moment, and Pedro Porro, that's a brilliant fit. I mean, the goalkeeping is suspect, to say the least. But who cares? At this rate, it does look like we're going to be going up to second position, and we're going to finish 9 points behind Porto, which isn't brilliant. Let's not lie. But at the same time, I don't think the board could be too unhappy if I finished second. Well, 3-0 at the break, and we've been absolutely sensational. I'm going to tell the boys I'm delighted with how that's gone. Just do the same again. Gotta say, I think the difference might be Nuno Santos. Having him back has changed everything, really. And I have to say, I think we were a little bit unlucky to be without him for so much of the campaign, which is very disappointing. I mean, it's... With him, could we have won the title? Probably not, but to be without him for about 5 months was a little bit brutal. As Pedro Nuno makes it 4 from a Nuno Santos assist. We've been absolutely clinical. This guy has got to be the success story for me of the season. In terms of signings, Pedro Nuno has been absolutely brilliant for me. I mean, it's brilliant from Santos, but Nuno, left foot, right foot, on that side or that side, it doesn't matter where I put him. Nuno makes stuff happen, he makes stuff tick, and I think he's a really, really good signing. He's probably the best budget signing I think I've made on FM in a while, maybe apart from Alex. Alex is the only other one that's been really good. In all fairness, actually, I think that without blowing my own trumpet, the majority of my signings have all been really good. Garcia's been really good. Obviously, Nuno's been excellent. So has Alex. Most of the players that I've brought in have been nothing short of phenomenal. So I'm hoping that if I have another window, maybe, to get in a few more players, we will really be in a good way. And it looks like Braga have just taken the lead as Coates gets his 5th goal for the season. Could it be his last for the club? Maybe. Is that a Nuno? It's a Nuno Santos cross as well. Literally, he comes in and we are just a different animal altogether. 5-0 we've beaten Benfica so far. I mean, it could be 6, but... Well, a 5-0 on the end of the season, and it looks like Braga won their game. So I think Benfica are not going to be in the Champions League next season, which is a big, big thing. Yeah, Benfica haven't made it. They've not made it to the Champions League. They are in the Europa League 2, I think. Eurocup, God, there is no gap here, is there? If you don't qualify, you go Europa League 2 or Champions League. There is no guaranteed Europa League spot. Well, obviously, I think we didn't qualifiers by the looks of things, but ultimately, I'm not too disappointed with that. I mean, Braga, the surprise package, getting ahead of us. We absolutely battered them in terms of goal difference, but our record against them needs to improve, obviously. Okay, and so looking at next season then, we've got a budget of 5.66 million. And we've obviously got a bigger wage budget. To be fair, with the values and stuff going on in this league, I reckon I could probably get in a bit more money. And I reckon we could make a good go at it next year. We need to be honest. Let's not, pussyfoot around here. We actually need to do and make a really good effort next year, because I can't spend years here in Portugal trying to win the league. We need to really be at it next year to be able to win something. We have to win the cup, and we also then have to win the league and maybe a European trophy. I have got lots of time still, obviously, but I really, really want to be able to get... I just want to be able to get us into a place where we can win stuff early. It takes a bit of the pressure off me. We have won a trophy this year. We won the League Cup, but unfortunately it doesn't count towards the Mourinho haul. So ultimately, it's great to win a trophy. It's just a bit annoying that it doesn't really matter in the context of what I'm trying to do. I love this new end of season review page that they have, which is really good. So if we look at the new arrivals, then these are the players that I brought in, apart from some of them obviously were already here, but Gonçalves I didn't bring in. I didn't bring in Aidan, but it looks like Alex looks like it was everyone's favourite, to be fair. So they're happy that we won the cup. They're not particularly happy that we only qualified for the Champions League through participation in the league. I mean, that's a bit upsetting. They were happy with our performance in the Europa League, but they weren't particularly happy that we went out in the actual Portuguese Cup, and neither was I, but that's because we played Benfica, so they understand that. That's good news. Our biggest win was an 8-0 win over Maritimo. Match, remember, was apparently 4-0, beating Santa Clara. I probably argue it was the Porto or the Benfica game, so we just spanked them, but hey-ho. Andrew Spar wins Fans Player of the Season, which I think we expected. Young Player of the Season was Alex, so I think that's a good one. He was also signing of the season. He also got top goal scorer, as we know. Pedro Porro got most assists. Nuno Santos got the most player of the matches. Considering he was out for 5 months, that shows you how important he is to this team. If I can keep him fit next year, I think we're going to be in with a really good shout. A League Cup, a Champions League spot, not the worst thing in the world. The board want us to challenge for the Premier League title next year, which I think we will be. We'll be closer to Porto next year, I think, especially because they're losing Mariga as well. I think we're going to be there next year. I've just had a meeting with the boys, and none of them think we can win the title next year. So I've got some people here who are literally a little bit, what's the word? A bit wet. A bit, I don't know if I can. I don't know. I was like, you're rubbish. Come on. Well, apparently we're finally going to get into the 21st century and get undersoil heating. Excellent. I'm just saying that I can get Pedro Porro for £7.75 million from City, and I think that is a brilliant deal. If I can get him in for that amount of money, I'll be very, very happy, because he's a player that's just got a brilliant load of potential, and he's still absolutely excellent. Got loads of assists for us this year, and I think I'm going to need him for next year. So expect Pedro Porro to become a full member of the team for next season. I'm going to need to find some money from somewhere to make some signings, but I'm feeling pretty confident that next year we could forge a real title charge, I think. We'll find out, won't we? Because in the next episode will be the start of Season 2, and obviously you'll see what I've done with the transfer window. Thank you very much for watching this first season of Match and Mourinho. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do drop a like on the video. Share, subscribe, let me know what you think of the season as a whole. Bit of a failure, bit of a success. Am I set up to do really well next year? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until I see you again for the start of Season 2, stay cool.